Recall training is something that every dog owner should be working on with their dog every day, especially if they ever want them to end up really good at it. And there are things that you can do to level this up on your daily walk. So join me and Freddie on our morning walk today as we show you how to use your walks to level up their recall. As ever, please don't forget to subscribe and let us know how good your dog is at recall down in the comments. And this is SkoolDoggery, where we do real dog training for real people in real life. Recall is one of the most essential things that you can teach your dog purely from a safety aspect. You never know when they are going to accidentally slip out of your hand, slip off the lead, run away from something, run towards something that they shouldn't be doing, and you need to know that you can get them back to you instantly every single time. Now, recall training definitely starts at home first. There are drills that you can do at home, which we're going to cover in future videos, whether it's one person or you're doing it with somebody else, where you can start to teach them what recall words mean, and that is for when you want to teach them that formal recall. But there are other things that you can do as well just on your walks like this. So if I just switch the camera around. So right now he's nice and running free, he's kind of got no lead on him, he's just having a bit of an explore around. And all I'm not going to do is start using his recall words, but what I am going to do is good boy every time he looks at me or every time he comes back in like this. Yeah, hey buddy, we're just going to give him that little bit of a reward to say well done. Every time you come back to me, it's awesome, and that's what we're looking for. Now, if you notice something else that I did there as well, was as he was running towards me, I started to move backwards like this. Yeah, like that, yeah, good boy. So he's come back to me again, so he's gonna get, yeah, another little treat and another little bit of fuss. Now, what that running backwards does is instigates their chase instinct. He wants to run and chase me. And that is a brilliant way of keeping them engaged with you, especially when you're out somewhere like this. And this is how you start to build up that brilliant recall in your dog. So I've only actually done a couple of things with him, but he's already knows that sticking by me like this means that good things happen, because I've taught him that if he comes and sits next to me or just comes and does what I ask next to me at any time, he usually gets either a bit of a treat, a bit of a fush, yes, because you're a good boy, aren't you? Yes, you're a good boy. This is awkward filming like this, but I'm getting it. He gets anything like that just to teach him that being right here next to me, next to my leg, yeah, good boy, is the best thing in the world. That's always where I want you to be. And this is without actually using any formal recall words. I'm just kind of keeping his attention on me. Yeah, there's a good boy. See how he's walking nicely next. Now, it's because he's waiting for me to give him a treat, but I'm going to keep him waiting for this treat for a while we do this bit of walk, because again, this is all part of what's building up to that good recall training. Is it right now, he's making the choice, good boy, to walk next to me while he's not on a lead, he's not being controlled by me. You can see me live now, I'm not giving him any kind of commands or anything. He's just doing it because he's such a good boy. Because even though he's off the lead and he knows that he could go and explore any of these lovely fields and trees and forest and everything that's around us, but he's going, no, it's all right, boss. I'm going to wait because I know that being here is the best and it's what you like. Good boy. Now, if I was to actually break out his proper recall command at any point here, I would level up the treats that I'm giving to him. Right now, I am just throwing these kind of basic little biscuit things because this is actually how we give him his breakfast. He doesn't get a traditional breakfast, yet he has to earn it on his walk because that keeps him engaged. A hungry dog will be engaged with you. If I was to actually use any of the commands that we use that mean get over to me immediately, then I would level up those treats to make sure that he knows that when he hears that word, awesome things happen. He doesn't just get a couple of treats, he gets sausage treats. See how the attention immediately snapped to it there. So let's see what we can do. Freddie, stay. Yes, I know. Shall we do the proper recall? Shall we do a proper one, mate? Right, Freddie, stay. Good boy. Freddie, come. Yeah, there's a good boy. There's a good boy. So that's actually the first proper recall that I've done with him, but I've still managed to get in so much more recall training before I've even used the proper word that we use to mean get over here. So right now, he's that little bit more distracted. Now, this is where you can really test how much their recall has improved by doing these little things. Look at that little moron. Yes, hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Yeah, he's a good boy. So he's going to keep coming back over to me now because he knows the game. And that's how... Freddie, that's enough. Come on, mate. Let's get some distance going. Now, I am making it rain treats for him this morning because we usually do give Freddie his morning breakfast on his morning dog walk. But when you're doing recall training, it is important to keep those treats or whatever it is that they work for coming all the time. Now, most dogs will either work for treats, for fuss, or for toys. Now, I'm not bringing toys for him out into the park here because he doesn't play fetch. You are not a fetching dog, are you? He's a, I've got it, it's mine now dog. But you will often see lots of other people walking with ball launchers or loads of other little things because that's the reward that their dog works for. And if that is your dog, then that is what you need to do for them. Now, fuss is another great one. The most dogs will tend to accept a little bit of yes, especially if you get it in the right place. If you've got a Staffy like this, it's usually behind the ear. Like that, oh yeah, you leaned in a little bit there, didn't you? But the point is, while you're consciously working on your recall training with your dog and just trying to get it into them that being next to you is the best, keep that treat supply coming, keep that fuss coming, keep the toys, whatever it is. You will be able to phase it out in some bits of your training later on, but recall is so important that I really don't think you can ever let up on rewarding them for doing it right. So let's just talk about kit for a moment, because you can see here that I've got Freddie attached to a harness with a flexi lead. Now, some dog trainers will tell you that you should always be using a long line for this kind of work. I personally can't stand long lines. I hate the way that they drag along the floor behind the dog. They're a nightmare to carry around. They're great big heavy things. The point that I'm making is that I am thinking of doing recall training with Freddie at the moment, so therefore I want control over him. Recall is something that if you use their proper recall commands, you want to aim to as near to 100% accuracy as you can. It's not something that you can mess about with. However, mistakes will happen. I always say that we are doing real training for real people in real life with real expectations, because you will not fail your dog if occasionally they don't come back on a recall command. What you have to do in that scenario, if you call them back and they ignore you, is start to regain some control over the situation. And that is why I love using flexi leads with Freddie, because it means that I've always got control. So he's kind of wandering around on his own now, and with the flexi lead, if I was to call him and he was to ignore me, I can just give him a little bit of a tug to kind of say like, hey mate, do you want to maybe head back over here? The point is that there are so many tools that you can use for these jobs. I have these preferences, but other people will prefer different things and will tell you to use different stuff, and that's fine. Because something that I truly believe about dog training is that you shouldn't just take one person's advice or one person's method into account. You really should look up all the different ways that people use and see what works best for you and your dog. So recall doesn't have to be all about formal training sessions in your house, in your garden, anywhere like that. Recall is something that you can work on with your dog at any point of the day, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Basically, whenever they come over to you, whether that's on a walk, whether you're at home, whether you're working, that is the best thing ever. When they come to you, they get rewarded for doing it. So these are just a few of the little tips and tricks that we use to make sure that Freddie has excellent recall, because it is something that is essential for every dog owner. Please let us know what you do with your dog down in the comments. And once you've got it all together, once you've got that idea in them that coming next to you is a great big thing and you've got a proper word, you know that you can call them back at any time. So let's test it with him now. Freddie, come! Yeah, good boy! Good boy! So thank you so much for watching. And until next time, look after yourself and just as importantly, look after your dog.